And now join us for another Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone.
I lit my cigarette as I got into my beautiful, just vacuumed Honda Civic. All of a sudden, the sun was blocked by the clouds. You know how you get cock-blocked at a party? This is what the clouds were doing to the sun. They were cock-blocking a beautiful day. And the rain started coming down, and I was in my Honda Civic with the lit cigarette, and the ash was falling on my new Patagonia pants. And they kind of caught fire a little bit, and I stomped it out, but the rain was coming down so freaking hard. The rain was coming down like a million, it was like some sick photographer had thrown a billion cameras. A sick photographer had thrown a billion cameras off an overpass. The rain was just hitting my car like all these Nikons and cameras just hitting. I don't know any brands of cameras because I just use the iPhone camera now, but it was just hitting my car, which I use for Uber, Instacart, Lyft, Bloodmobile, Bookmobile. I do some therapy in the car. I've been making extra money. Mental health is a big thing in this country, and this rain was not sane. This rain was insane, and I couldn't hardly see out of the window, but I did manage to see a beautiful golden retriever limping across the road. I had a swerve in the rain, and my car hydroplaned. I missed the golden retriever, which I felt bad about. I hadn't hit a retriever in a long time, and I thought it would be good for me to hit a retriever just to feel good again. But I missed it, and I hydroplaned, and the car went over an embankment, and all my candies, I keep a lot of butterscotch candies in my vehicle because I get dry in the throat. It's here in LA, and it gets so goddamn dry. And I would have these butterscotch candies, and they all went flying except one. And I took the last butterscotch candy, I popped it in my mouth while I was smoking a cigarette, and I put the car in drive 1. It's right below drive. I don't know what drive 1 means, but it got me out of this little hole I was in, and I got back on the 405 South. There was no traffic because the rain was coming down. It was coming down faster than a virus could infect a room full of idiots who didn't wear a mask because they're squawking about freedom. That's how hard, that's how fast this rain was coming down. This rain was spreading faster than monkeypox on steroids. I was afraid of getting a monkeypox, so I lit up another cigarette because I read, my friend sent me a link to an article that said if you chain smoke, monkeypox goes nowhere near you, and I kept driving into the night. The slashing rain would just slash and hit my car, and it would make a sound that sounded like the ex-wife asking me for money. It made a sound like a fish being thrown against concrete. All that chain smoking was starting to get to me, but I didn't want no monkeypox here in my Honda Civic. I was driving toward a fair-haired woman who had called the Uber app. I got a picture of her, and she was gorgeous. They put a picture up on the app, and I said, I'll take it. And I pulled up. She was standing just covered in soot. Apparently she was a chimney sweep. And I had no idea that this gorgeous woman would have to resort to chimney sweeping to pay her rent. She got in the car and we both started coughing because all that soot from chimneys. I said to her, my God, does it pay well, the chimney sweeping? She just looked at me and lit her own cigarette. It was like a black hefty bag lighting a cigarette. She was a white woman because there was part of her. She brushed part of her face away and she said, please, just take me to where my hose is. She just wanted to hose herself down. I said, it's raining like cats and dogs and pigs and elephants. I never understood the cat and dog metaphor of rain, you know. To me, it was raining like pigs and fucking cougar, you know, pigs and jackals. You ever see a or a hyena? It was raining like hyenas and hippos, you know. It was really bad. All of a sudden, I looked in the back of the car and she had a gun to her head, and I said, don't, not in the car. I just vacuumed it. You've already fucked it up with soot. She said, I can't take it anymore. I said, I'll get you to the fucking hose. Don't worry about it. Have a butterscotch candy. As I reached for the butterscotch, I realized there weren't any. They had all went flying out after the hydroplaning. Luckily, I did have a berry. One berry I had, it was covered in lint, but I took the berry. I said, do you mind a raspberry covered in lint? She said, is it organic? I said, what, do I look like an idiot? Of course it is. I'm not going to eat inorganic fruit. I tossed her a berry, but she pulled the trigger anyway. Her brains went splattering like JFK's brains all over my just recently vacuumed Honda Civic. Her torso just was flopping around in the back seat. I decided to call it a night because I had to clean out the fucking car again. I thought to myself, Eddie, is this really how you want to make a living? Maybe you should be an airplane pilot or a NASA engineer. And then I realized I don't have the education for that. So I drove in the rain to get the car cleaned.
Thanks for joining us for another Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone.